Have you ever stopped in the middle of your life and had the profound feeling that none of this, your family, your challenges, the very time and place of your birth, is an accident? What if I told you that before you were even born, your soul, in a state of profound wisdom, meticulously crafted an agreement, a kind of sacred map for the life you are now living? This is the ancient concept of the soul contract. And what if the deepest, most persistent patterns in your life, both the beautiful and the painful, are not random occurrences, but are, in fact, powerful, loving signals trying to remind you of the very mission you chose for yourself? Today, we will learn how to read that map. Have you ever asked yourself why some people come into your life and catalyze deep, sometimes painful, transformations, while others simply pass by, almost unnoticed? The answer, my friends, may lie in your soul contract. The soul contract is, quite literally, a pre-life agreement you made with yourself, with other souls, and with the universe. It's a detailed, energetic blueprint that you yourself helped to create, consciously choosing every essential element of your earthly journey, your family, your greatest challenges, your most significant opportunities, and even the key people who would cross your path to help you learn and grow. It's as if you were the director, the screenwriter, and the courageous protagonist of your own magnificent story. Only, this profound decision was made while you were still in the spiritual realm, in a state of expanded, loving consciousness. The moment you were born into this physical world, a veil of forgetting gently, intentionally covers your conscious mind. Now, this isn't a flaw in the cosmic system. It is a vital, necessary part of the design. Think about it. If you remembered everything, if you knew exactly why you're here and every single thing you needed to do, where would the true growth be? Where would the real, meaningful choices be? The beautiful gift of free will would lose all its purpose. The veil of forgetting is, in fact, an act of profound grace. It ensures that your decisions on earth are truly authentic, that your spiritual growth is genuine, and that you have the opportunity to develop your own deep, inner strength by navigating the journey yourself. It's very much like learning to walk. If someone were to carry you everywhere all the time, you would never develop the necessary strength or balance to stand on your own 2 feet. But here's what many people don't know, a secret hidden in plain sight. Although this veil covers your conscious, waking memories, it doesn't completely erase the profound information stored in your soul contract. That sacred information is safely, patiently stored in the vast library of your subconscious mind, in the quiet whispers of your intuition, and in your deepest, most primal instincts. It constantly manifests through physical sensations, through sudden creative impulses, through vivid, symbolic dreams, and through that quiet inner voice that gently whispers directions. If only you are willing to get still enough to listen. The forgetting also serves another fundamental purpose. It allows you to evolve beyond what was originally planned. Your soul contract is not a rigid, unchangeable prison. It is a basic script, a foundational map. You have total, absolute freedom to go beyond that script, to exceed your own highest expectations, to grow in ways that even your pre-incarnate soul couldn't possibly have imagined. Many people, it's true, go through their entire lives without ever questioning why they are here. They live on autopilot, they do what society expects of them, they desperately seek external approval, and they never truly look within. But you, the very fact that you are watching this video, are different. Something inside of you is stirring. Something is awakening. Something is calling you to remember. The profound truth is, recovering the memory of your soul contract isn't about some mystical ability to go back into the past or to access lost information like a computer file. It's about courageously, mindfully awakening to who you truly are in the present moment. It's about learning to recognize the recurring patterns, the subtle signs, the meaningful synchronicities that have always been there, patiently waiting for you to pay attention. Your soul contract isn't a fixed, unchangeable destiny that you must blindly fulfill. It is a map that you drew for yourself, a loving guide that you created for your own journey when you had a much broader, much wiser view of reality. And now, here on Earth, with a more limited conscious awareness but with the beautiful, powerful gift of free will, you have the unique and incredible opportunity to rediscover that map and to consciously decide how you want to use it. So, let's explore exactly how to do that, how to recognize the subtle, yet persistent, signs your soul is constantly sending you, how to decode the intricate, often repeating patterns in your life, and how to use that profound information to live with so much more purpose, clarity, and deep alignment. Because the truth is this: you didn't forget by accident. You forgot so that you could have the profound, beautiful joy of remembering in a much more powerful, embodied way. Your soul has never stopped speaking to you. It constantly whispers, sending you loving signs through various channels that your rational, busy mind often ignores or too easily dismisses as mere coincidence. But in the spiritual universe, my friends, coincidences don't truly exist. There are only synchronicities, meaningful, divinely orchestrated messages, cleverly disguised as chance. The first sign you need to learn to recognize is this very synchronicity. It's those magical moments when you're thinking of someone you haven't spoken to in years, and they call you just 5 minutes later. It's when you're facing a difficult dilemma, and you suddenly overhear exactly the answer you needed in a random conversation between strangers in an elevator. It's when you start seeing the same number, or sequence of numbers, over and over again for weeks on end, or when the books you're drawn to, the movies you watch, and the conversations you have all start to share a common, powerful theme that speaks directly to your current situation. These are not random events. These are love letters from your soul. Dreams are another incredibly powerful channel of communication. Your soul often uses the dream state to communicate with you because it's the time when your rational, often skeptical, mind is turned off, and you become far more open and receptive to symbolic, energetic messages. Recurring dreams, in particular, are especially meaningful and should be paid close attention to. If you constantly dream of flying, for example, your soul might be gently, yet persistently reminding you that you were born to break free from self-imposed limitations. If you frequently dream of teaching, of healing others, or of building something beautiful, it may very well be a direct, resonant echo of your greater life's purpose. But not all signs are so subtle. Sometimes, your soul sends powerful messages through intense physical sensations. Have you ever entered a place for the first time and felt a strange, almost overwhelming energy, as if you had somehow been there before? Or have you ever met someone for the first time and had an immediate, inexplicable sense of deep familiarity, like a joyful, long-awaited reunion? These experiences are not just your imagination running wild. They are often soul memories, your energetic body recognizing people, places, and connections that exist far beyond the confines of this single lifetime. Intuition, of course, is perhaps the most direct and reliable signal your soul uses. That quiet, inner voice that so often warns you when something isn't quite right. Even when all the external facts seem favorable, or that gentle, yet persistent, nudge you feel to do something that doesn't make any logical sense at all, but which later turns out to be the absolute perfect, most aligned action. Your intuition is, quite literally, your soul whispering direct instructions to you, based on the profound, expansive knowledge of your own sacred contract. There are also powerful signals that come through your emotional patterns. Have you noticed that certain situations seem to trigger disproportionately strong reactions in you? Maybe you feel a deep, almost unbearable anguish when you witness even minor injustices, or perhaps you feel an inexplicable, overflowing joy when you are in the act of genuinely helping others. These intense emotional reactions are often your soul recognizing key elements of your life's purpose, the very themes you came here to experience and to master. Even repetitive blocks are important signs. When you consistently try to follow a certain path, but the universe seems to constantly put up obstacles and roadblocks, it's not necessarily trying to harm you or to punish you. More often, it is trying to lovingly redirect you. If you consistently face difficulties in a specific area of your life, be it a career path or a type of relationship, your soul might be trying to gently, yet firmly, show you that it's not the right path for you. On the other hand, when you are aligned with your true purpose, things often begin to flow almost magically. The right opportunities seem to appear out of nowhere. The perfect people cross your path at exactly the right time. The necessary resources seem to materialize just when you need them. It's as if the entire universe is conspiring in your favor, because, in a very real sense, it actually is. Even your deepest fears can carry profound messages. Often, the very thing we fear the most is directly, intrinsically related to what we came here to this earth to do. A deep fear of public speaking, for example, may indicate that your soul actually chose to be a powerful, inspiring voice for the masses. A paralyzing fear of not being loved may signal that your great mission in this life involves learning about, and then teaching, the true nature of unconditional love. The most important thing you can do, starting today, is to simply begin paying attention. Your soul is constantly, lovingly sending you signals, but you need to consciously, gently step out of the frantic autopilot mode of your daily life in order to truly, deeply notice them. Consider starting a synchronicity journal. Take a few moments each morning to write down your dreams and begin to observe your own emotional patterns with a sense of gentle, loving curiosity, because as you begin to notice these signs, you'll start to see that your life isn't just a series of random events. It is a beautiful, intricate, and meaningful story, and it is a story that your own soul, in its infinite wisdom, chose to write, and the journey of deciphering this personal, sacred text is what we will explore right after this. Of course, we left off at a pivotal moment, having explored the profound truth that our lives are guided by a preconceived soul contract, and that the universe constantly sends us signs to help us remember our chosen path. We ended page 1 with the promise of exploring the deeper patterns in our lives and how to directly access the wisdom of our contract. Now, for page 2, we will deliver on that promise. We'll delve into decoding our life patterns, the mystical practice of accessing our soul's memory, and the different types of soul relationships we encounter. Here is the rewritten and expanded page 2, crafted with that friendly yet profound narrative style and concluding with a truly powerful and inspiring call to action. So, we have come to understand that our soul is constantly speaking to us through the subtle, yet powerful, language of signs, of dreams, of intuition. We know that the journey of remembering our sacred soul contract is one of paying close attention. But now, let's go even deeper. Have you ever stopped to truly, mindfully analyze the larger patterns that repeat again and again throughout your life, those recurring themes that seem to show up regardless of your external circumstances? Let's start with your relationship patterns. Do you find that you always seem to attract the same type of person with the same core issues? Do you consistently face the same kinds of conflicts, even in entirely different relationships? And do you tend to always assume the same role within those dynamics? Perhaps you are always the savior, the rebel, or the peacemaker. These recurring patterns are not mere coincidences. They are powerful, direct revelations of the central aspects of your soul contract. If you find you always attract people who seem to need your help, your soul may have chosen a path of developing immense compassion and profound healing abilities in this lifetime. If you constantly find yourself in situations where you feel compelled to defend others or to fight for a cause, perhaps your soul's mission involves being a courageous warrior of light, someone who protects and champions justice in the world. And if you always find yourself in the role of mediating conflicts, your soul may have come here specifically to learn, and then to teach, the profound arts of harmony and diplomacy. Your professional patterns are also incredibly revealing. Are you naturally, almost magnetically, drawn to jobs that involve helping people, nurturing growth, or creating beauty? Or do you consistently find yourself seeking and thriving in leadership roles? Perhaps you always stand out in creative activities, or maybe you feel most at home in work that requires immense technical precision. These natural tendencies often point directly to the specific skills your soul has brought with it from other experiences. Skills it now wishes to further develop and refine in this lifetime. But not all patterns, as we know, are positive on the surface. Some are the recurring challenges your soul courageously, lovingly chose to face for its own evolution. Do you always seem to struggle with issues of self-esteem? Do you repeatedly face financial difficulties? No matter how hard you work, do you consistently feel deeply misunderstood by those around you? Please, hear this. These are not punishments from a cruel universe. They are powerful growth opportunities that you yourself designed before you were born. Think of it this way. Your soul is like a divine athlete in training. It doesn't choose the easy exercises that it has already mastered. It chooses precisely the challenges, the resistance, that will develop the specific spiritual muscles it needs to strengthen. If you constantly find yourself in situations that test your patience to its very limits, it's very likely because your soul wants to master that particular virtue. If you consistently go through painful losses that test your faith, it's because your soul deeply desires to develop an unshakable, profound trust in the universe. Family patterns are particularly important and potent. Are you always the responsible one in your family, the one everyone leans on? Are you the rebel, the black sheep who challenges the family norms? Or are you the peacemaker, the one who always tries to keep everyone together? Your family is, quite literally, the very first school your soul chose for this incarnation, and the specific role you played there reveals so much about what you came here to both learn and to teach. Now that you know how to recognize the signs and the patterns, it's time to go even deeper. Regressive meditation is one of the most powerful tools available for accessing direct, personal information about your soul contract. It's like having an intimate, heartfelt conversation with your own expanded consciousness, with your higher self. But before you begin this sacred practice, you need to understand one fundamental thing. These memories, this information, have always been inside you. They're not lost in some faraway, inaccessible place. They are safely, lovingly stored in the deepest layers of your own consciousness, patiently waiting for you to create the right, receptive conditions to access them. The first thing you need is the right environment. Choose a quiet, peaceful place where you know you won't be interrupted for at least 30 minutes. Turn off your phone, close the door, let the people in your home know that this is your sacred time. Your soul needs to feel that you are truly, deeply available for this profound connection. Lie down comfortably, but not so comfortably that you are likely to fall asleep. Close your eyes and begin with deep, rhythmic breathing. Inhale to a slow count of 4. Hold your breath for a count of 4. And then, exhale slowly to a count of 4. Do this at least 10 times, allowing your entire body to relax more and more completely with each gentle exhale. Now, begin to visualize a warm, radiant, golden light completely surrounding your entire body. This beautiful light is the energy of protection, the light of your own higher soul. Feel it gently penetrating every cell, every organ, every thought within your being. You are creating a safe, sacred energetic field for this deep, inner journey. With your body now relaxed and protected, begin to imagine yourself descending a beautiful, golden spiral staircase. Each step you take descends you deeper and deeper into your own consciousness. 1, 2, 3. Continue counting downwards until you reach what feels like a peaceful, serene valley, a beautiful space illuminated by a soft, warm, welcoming light. In this sacred, inner valley, you will encounter a being of light that represents your own higher soul, your own expanded consciousness. It may appear to you as a human figure, as a ball of pure, radiant light, or simply as a palpable presence that you can feel. Don't force anything. Just allow it to manifest naturally and trust what comes. This beautiful being of light is you, but in a much broader, wiser state of consciousness. It is the part of you that lovingly participated in the planning of your own soul contract. Greet this being with immense love and deep respect. You might mentally say, "I've come here today to remember. I am now ready to receive the information that I need for my highest good." Then, you can begin to ask your questions. Be specific. Why did I choose this particular family? What is my main, overarching mission in this life? What specific lessons did I come here to learn? How can I best serve my divine purpose? Ask one question at a time, and then, simply, patiently, wait. The answers may come in many different forms. Some people receive information as vivid images or entire scenes from past lives that help to explain their current situations. Others receive direct knowledge. They simply, suddenly know something that they didn't know before. Some might hear words or phrases in their mind, and others may just feel powerful emotions or distinct energies that carry specific, meaningful messages. A particularly powerful technique is to ask to see the very moment you were planning your current life. You might visualize yourself as a pure, radiant soul, surrounded by other beautiful beings of light, lovingly discussing and choosing the experiences you wanted to have on Earth. You may even see which specific challenges you chose, which family you selected, which unique talents you decided to develop, and even which specific people agreed to be a part of your earthly journey to help you learn and grow. The records of your soul can also show you past lives that are directly relevant to your current situation. If you have an unexplainable fear, you may see its origin in a previous experience. If you possess an extraordinary, natural talent, you might see the many lives where you diligently developed and mastered that very ability. And if you have an intense, complicated, and deeply challenging relationship with someone, you may see other incarnations where you have worked together in similar dynamics over and over again. But please, be cautious of a common trap on this path. Don't become so obsessed with your past lives that you begin to neglect the profound importance of your present one. Past life records are only truly useful when they help you to better understand and more gracefully navigate your current situation. Your soul is not interested in mere nostalgia. It is interested, always, in your present moment evolution. And this brings us to the final, beautiful piece of the puzzle: understanding the different types of soul contracts you have with the people in your life. Because no one, Absolutely no one enters your life by accident. Every significant person, whether they feel like a blessing or a challenge, is a soul with whom you have made specific, sacred agreements before you were ever born. And understanding these different types of soul relationships is one of the keys to truly understanding your overall soul contract. And that is the profound journey we will embark upon right after this.